Mbappe. Fekir. Cavani. Mbappe! That's the way to take the lead. That's a stunning goal. Lovely ball. And now Bale! Well, that's a goal with class written all over it. Way to try and find an opening. Mbappe. Shoots! Steered in very classily. The opponent around him, that's good screening of the football. Shot topped! Oh, Bale! A brilliant goal from Gareth Bale! Mbappe. Still got a bit to do. Mbappe! Oh, that's football for you. They've hardly got out of their own.
Yo guys, what is going on? It's Mr. DGem here, back again for you guys, another player review. So today I'm going to try and answer the most difficult question there has ever been. Who should you get on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team, the 88 rated Gareth Bale or the 87 Kylian Mbappe? So as always, if you guys are excited for this video or you do find it helpful in any way, if you could drop a like on it, I would hugely appreciate that. And if you are new to the channel, why not consider subscribing? So if you are new to the channel, what we do is we split it into 5 key components to determine what makes the best buy on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. So we've got key component number 1, we've got stats, pretty obvious really, just how well their stats suggest the player is going to play in game. Key component number 2, we've got valuation, just how much they cost on the market. Key component number 3, we've got linkability, so what league and what nation they are from and how easy is it to get them into good hybrids and good squad builders. Key component number 4, we've got how they play in game. Sometimes players play better or they even play worse than what their stats will actually suggest. And then we've got key component number 5, versatility, just what positions can they play on the pitch. So we are going to now start off with the 88 rated Gareth Bale, who of course is an 88 rated player who is from Wales and plays for Real Madrid. He's got 95 pace, 88 shooting, 84 passing, 85 dribbling, 58 defending with 76 physicality, 6'1", high to medium work rate with 3-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. I've bought him for 393,000 coins. He is a little bit cheaper than Kylian Mbappe and he managed to get 13 goals and 5 assists for me in 10 matches. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to pick out a few key stats of Gareth Bale's. So the first stats that stand out are his 95 sprint speed with 94 acceleration. This guy is one of the quickest players on the game. He's got 91 long shots, which is very impressive. He has also got 87 jumping with 80 strength. So this guy is a bit more of a complete player than Mbappe in my opinion, because he is good in the air and he is very strong and powerful. So he really is the complete forward. A few of his bad stats though, he's only got 65 balance, 79 vision, 82 agility. Some of those stats aren't great if I'm being honest. So we are now moving on to key component number 3, linkability for Gareth Bale. And I think Bale's got some decent linkability in terms that he does play for Real Madrid and of course that is in La Liga. There's a lot of good midfielders, the likes of Luka Modric, you've got Casemiro, that of course Gareth Bale gets a strong link to. But I don't think La Liga is the best league in my opinion. It's definitely up there as one of the best. So in terms of the league, I think he might slightly edge it over Liga Un, but I think in terms of his nation being from Wales, it's not that great. The only player that springs to mind is Aaron Ramsey, that's a decent rating, but I don't think Ramsey's that good on FIFA. So in terms of his nation, it's pretty useless. So for linkability for Gareth Bale, I think it's okay. It's not one of the greatest. I'd say it's fairly average if I'm being honest. So moving on to how does Gareth Bale play in game? Does he live up to his 88 rating? And does he live up to the amount of coins he costs on the market? Now in terms of his 88 rating, I think he definitely lives up to it. There's no doubt about it. I think he's one of the most complete forwards on the game. There really is nothing that this man cannot do. He's got the pace, the shooting, the dribbling, the passing, the physicality. One of the most complete players on the game in my opinion. So finally we are going to move on to versatility. What positions can Bale play? Now I think this guy is very versatile. He can of course play on either of the wings, on the right or on the left. I think this guy can definitely play in the cam position or even as a striker. As I say, he's so complete, he really can play in any position on the pitch. So we are now moving on to the 87 rated Kylian Mbappe, who of course is from France and plays for PSG. So he's got 96 pace with 81 shooting, 79 passing, 89 dribbling, 39 defending with 72 physicality. He's 5'10", height and medium work rate with 4-star weak foot and 5-star skill moves. I bought him for 420,000 coins, so he's around about 20, maybe 30k more expensive than Gareth Bale. He's got 12 goals and 6 assists for me in the 10 matches. Gareth Bale does actually win 4-2 on the stats. So we are going to pick out a few of Mbappe's key stats now. So of course this guy's pace stands out as well. 96 sprint speed and 96 acceleration. This guy is also one of the quickest players on the game. Now he has got 92 agility, 89 dribbling with 90 ball control. In terms of his dribbling, I would say he is a lot better than Gareth Bale. I'd say this is one of Mbappe's biggest strengths in my opinion. A few of his stats aren't so great. He's only got 76 long shots, which is pretty bad in my opinion. And Gareth Bale, of course, having 91 long shots, there is a big difference there. He's got 76 crossing with 71 strength as well. Those stats aren't that great. So we're moving on now to key component number 3, linkability for Mbappe, and I think this guy's got some great linkability. Now, first of all, we're going to start off with what league he plays in, which of course is Liga 1. Now, in my opinion, there's only one other truly world-class player in that league, which is Neymar, and unfortunately for Mbappe, he can't actually link to Neymar. So in terms of his league, I don't think his linkability is that great, but he does play for France, and I've said this a number of times, the French national team has got the best players in it, the likes of Griezmann, Pogba and N'Golo Kante that this guy can link next to. So overall, in terms of linkability, I think Mbappe's definitely got the upper hand over Gareth Bale. So how does Mbappe play in game? Does he live up to his 87 rating, and does he live up to the amount of coins he costs on the market? Now, in terms of his 87 rating, I think he's the best 87 rated player on the game. He's so great at using his pace, his dribbling, very clinical in front of the goal as well. Is he worth the coins on the market? I would say at this moment in time, he's definitely worth paying around about 420k because he is such a great player on this game. So finally, what positions can Kylian Mbappe play in? Now, I think this guy can definitely play on either side of the wings, on the right hand side or on the left hand side, and I do think he plays very well as a striker. I think you could argue playing as a striker might be his best position. I don't think this guy could play as a cam though. I think you need to have better long shots. So for that reason, I think he can only play in either the wide areas or up front. So I'm going to summarise for you guys now and tell you who I think is the better buy between Gareth Bale and Kylian Mbappe. Now this one really is a difficult one for me because I think there's great arguments to be made for both of these players. I would say Gareth Bale is a more complete striker than Kylian Mbappe. I think he's got strengths that Mbappe doesn't have, the likes of his aerial ability, his physicality, his long shots. So Gareth Bale's definitely got a few more strengths than Mbappe. But for me, Mbappe is such a specialist. He's got such electric pace. His dribbling is a lot better than Gareth Bale in game, which I think is a very important factor. And he does have 5-star skills, which is another element. So for me, I would slightly lean towards Kylian Mbappe as the better buy on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. Don't get me wrong though guys, I think both of these players are great options if you're looking for a right winger or even to use these players as strikers. I think they're both great options to go with. I am going to be very interested to see how you guys vote on this poll, Gareth Bale versus Mbappe, because I think it's going to be one of the closest polls that I have done, because even now I really can't decide who is better. But for me, I have slightly leaned towards Mbappe. What I want you guys to do is put in the comments below 2 players you would like to see go head to head up against each other in a video to decide who is the better buy on FIFA 19 Ultimate Team. But yeah guys, that is just going to be about it from me for today. So as always, if you can, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, I would hugely appreciate that. But yeah guys, I'll catch you in the next video.